Can you walk us through dito po sa mga panibagong quote-unquote dubious names na na-discover ng mga kongresista bilang nakatanggap daw po di umano ng bahagi ng confidential funds ng Vice President?
Right. Ang recent discovery ng prosecution panel with respect to the dubious names ng mga recipient ng OVP Confidential Fund yung tinatawag nating grocery gang, no? Why grocery? Kasi mukhang grocery yung pangalan. That includes Beverly Pampano, Miko Harina, Sala Kasim, Patty Ting, and Ralph Josh Bacon. And of course, ito, Christian, are in addition dun sa mga previously discovered dubious names natin. Nag-umpisa to kay Mary Grace Piatos, kay Yoyoy Villamin, nasundan ng Pia Piatos Lim, Renan Piatos, Xiaomi Ortega, at meron pa tayong Jong De Asim, Feman Ambay, at itong isa nakakatawa, Amoy Leo.
Amoy Leo. Okay.
Oo.
Nung nakita ko po yung mga pangalan na yan sa media reports, inisip ko, bigyan ko kaya ng benefit of the doubt. Hindi kaya mga code names yan. And if so, is that even allowed when it comes to the payment coming from, in terms of making payments using confidential funds?
Okay, the answer to your question, use of code name is not allowed. Because I was saying earlier, no? The Joint Circular 2015-01 is a response to the mandate of the Constitution that the COA promulgate rules on accounting and auditing with respect to the use of confidential and intelligence fund. This is made up of several pages, and if you will examine carefully this joint circular, nowhere will you see that it is allowed to use code name or aliases, even if the intention is to conceal the real identity of the recipients of confidential fund, no? I wish
Okay.
to emphasize also, Christian, may provision dito na yung acknowledgement receipt has to be kept inside a sealed envelope and has to be put inside the vault by the special disbursing officer. That is consistent with the confidential nature of the fund, no? Pero just to give the other party the benefit of the doubt, if they will be claiming later on na ito'y code names or aliases, para ano pa kaya, Christian, na ipinalagay sa sealed envelope, ipinalagay sa vault, kung ito naman pala yung mga code names. And if we will look back dun sa ating naging investigation ng good government, no? Wala naman silang naging representation at all that these dubious names represent code or aliases of the real recipients of the OVP Confidential Fund.
Okay. Ang next question po, bakit nakalusot sa COA yung mga ganyang pangalan po?
That is actually my question also to COA, no? And surprisingly, ang sagot sa atin ng resource person ng COA from ICFAO, Intelligence and Confidential Fund Audit Unit. Ang ginagamit daw nila, checklist lang. May financial plan ba? Check. May acknowledgement receipt ba? Check. May certification ba? Check. May accomplishment report ba? Check. Anything deeper than that, walang verification na nangyari. So, it is no surprise that we were able to discover these names, dubious names, which, upon checking with the PSA, do not appear in the database. I wish to add, Christian, no? Kasi nagpagawa tayo ng rundown sa OVP Confidential Fund sa PSA. Out of 1,992 recipients of OVP Confidential Fund, 1,332 ang walang birth certificate. Wala sa database ng PSA. In other words, Christian, it is only around 670 na may possible match doon sa database ng PSA. I will repeat, Christian. Out of 1,992 recipients of OVP Confidential Fund, 1,332 ang wala sa PSA database, which means wala silang birth certificate. I believe
Okay.
that given this fact, given this result of verification, it only shows na fictitious ang 1,332 names representing beneficiaries of OVP Confidential Fund.
Okay. Pag pinagsama-sama po yung confidential funds na natanggap nitong 1,332 dubious recipients, magkano po yung pinag-uusapan natin?
I believe it is more than 200 million pesos. It is actually alleged in our complaint, no? But I could not remember the exact amount, but I recall that it is more than 200 million pesos.
Okay. Ito po yung ano, nasa Article 2 ng Articles of Impeachment.
Yes.
Tama po ba? Okay.
That
Kumusta
you're
naman po
correct,
yung...
Christian.
Apo. Kumusta naman po yung mga lagda nitong mga dubious recipients na ito? Ano po yung mga nakita niyo? Mukha bang isa lang ang sumulat o dalawang tao?
May mga observation tayo na it appears na isa lang yung author ng penmanship ng mga signatures in the acknowledgement receipts. But of course, we are not expert on the matter. So we forwarded the documents to the NBI so they can examine and they can provide a result of the examination of the specimen signatures. Our objective is to determine kung isa lang ba, few lang ba ang pumirma dun sa napakaraming acknowledgement receipts ng confidential fund.
Na may binalik na po bang findings yung NBI when it comes to this handwritings?
I believe, Christian, wala pa with
Wala
respect
pa.
to the examination of the specimen signatures.
Pero ipe-present niyo po yung resulta kung sakasakali sa impeachment trial.
Definitely, Christian, that will be part of our presentation of evidence. Kung if it will validate our suspicion and our observation. Kasi sa aming obserbasyon ay mukhang isang kamay lang or few hands lang ang naging author ng penmanship, but we will still have to validate the same through the examination of the specimen signatures by the expert, which I believe is the National Bureau of Investigation.
Okay. Kayo po bilang isang abogado, bilang isang kongresista, o bilang isang taxpayer, ano yung ito, honest question po, no? Ano yung naramdaman niyo nung nakita niyo itong mga dubious names na ito? Sabi niyo fictitious. Tapos pag pinagsama-sama natanggap nilang confidential fund, hindi bababa ng 200 million. Kasi kung ako, para ako na-insulto bilang isang ordinary observer, para ako na-insulto na ganito yung pagkakamada nitong pondo na ito. Kung totoo nga dubious lahat ito, no? Pero sa inyo po, ano yung tumatakbo sa isip niyo nung nakikita niyo itong mga ito?
Nakakapanlambot kasi ang daming social problems, di ba? Ang daming nagugutom, talking about confidential fund of DepEd, ang daming walang classroom, tapos you will be discovering a lot of fictitious names na naka-receive ng confidential fund na sana kung nagamit lang ng tama, maraming Pilipino ang nakinabang, no? Let us always be reminded by by the constitutional mandate that public office is a public trust and we should be accountable to the people at all times. At ito lang naman po ang ating objective when we conducted the investigation in the Good Government Committee. And I believe we have the same objective when we filed the impeachment complaint supported by 212 members of the House of Representatives. I am really, I feel so frustrated na habang may mga tao sa gobyerno na nagpipilit na ma-deliver sa mga Filipino yung tamang response sa napakaraming social problems, we are discovering things like this na sana pinakinabangan ng tama ng ating mga kababayan.